Hello guys, once again Navneet Tutorials. Due to sudden power cutoff, I have just stopped my recording of accountancy paper 2019. Till question number 20 I have completed. Now I have to continue from 21, question number 21. So let's begin. From the following information, calculate current ratio, debt to equity ratio, total assets to debt ratio, proprietary ratio for 4 marks. Under it, let's begin. The information provided in the question is long-term borrowings 1 lakh, long-term provisions 50,000, current liabilities 25,000, non-current assets 1,80,000, current assets 45,000. Alright, solution. First we have to calculate current ratio. Now the formula of current ratio equals to current assets by current liabilities. So current assets equals to 45,000, current liabilities equals to 25,000. Both information are given. So therefore current ratio equals to 45,000 divided by 25,000 equals to 1.8. Now debt to equity ratio. So debt to equity ratio equals to debt by equity. Debt equals to long-term borrowings plus long-term provisions. Here long-term borrowings 1 lakh, long-term provisions is 50,000, altogether 1,50,000. Now equity shareholders or equity or shareholders fund equals to non-current assets plus current assets minus long-term borrowings minus long-term provisions minus current liabilities. So 1,80,000 plus 45,000 minus 1 lakh plus 50,000 plus 25,000, altogether we will get 50,000 after deducting, adding or deducting. Therefore debt equity ratio equals to 1,50,000 minus divided by 50,000 equals to 3:1. Now total assets to debt ratio, total assets by debt. Total assets equals to non-current assets plus current liabilities, current assets. Total current non-current assets equals to 1,80,000 plus current assets equals to 45,000. By adding up together we get the value of 2,25,000. Debt equals to 1,50,000 as calculated above. Now therefore total assets to debt ratio equals to 2,25,000 divided by 1,50,000, which is equals to 1.5:1. Point number D, proprietary ratio equals to shareholders fund divided by total assets. Shareholders fund equals to 50,000 as calculated above. Total assets equals to 2,25,000 as calculated above. Therefore proprietary ratio equals to 50,000 divided by 2,25,000, which gives us 0.22:1. Question number 22. From the following summarized balance sheet of a company, prepare a cash flow statement. Here the format of balance sheet is been given under new provision of Companies Act, which is especially used for the companies. So don't get confused with the balance sheet format of this company format and the previous one we did it in the partnership. Alright, if you know the base, know the concept, you can tackle it. Now here also equity and liabilities, under it shareholders fund. Under shareholders fund, share capital 50,000, reserves and surplus 60,000, 30,000. Non-current liabilities, under it long-term borrowings, which is 6%, debentures 80,000, 60,000. Current liabilities, under it trade payables 35,000, 48,000. Short-term provision for taxation 40,000, 32,000. Now our asset side, particulars amount 2 years amount, that is 31st December 2018 and 31st December 2017. Sorry, 31st March 2018, 31st March 2017. Under assets, point number 1, non-current assets. Under it, fixed assets 1,40,000, 1 lakh. Investment 30,000, 40,000. Under current assets, inventory 45,000, 30,000. Trade receivables 40,000, 30,000. Cash and cash equivalents 10,000, 20,000. Now we have to prepare a cash flow statement with the help of the above information. Now this is our cash flow statement. The solution, we have to make a format like this: particulars amount. One amount is for inner column and another one is outer column, final amount. No debit, no credit. Alright, first we will do a cash flow from operating activities. Under it, profit before tax, difference between opening and closing balance of reserves and surplus, that is 60,000 minus 30,000 equals to 30,000. Add non-operating expenses. Under it, provision for taxation. For the current year, 40,000 will be added. So altogether 70,000. After that, less non-operating incomes, nil. Then operating profit before working capital changes equals to 70,000. Add decrease in current assets and increase in current liabilities. Nothing was there, so I have written nil. Less increase in current assets and decrease in current liabilities. Inventory has been increased from 30 to 45,000, 15,000 increase. Trade receivables 30 to 40,000, 10,000 increase. Trade payables 13,000. That is, liabilities decreased from 48 to 35. Now cash flow from operations, we have got 70,000 minus 38,000, which gives us 32,000. Now out of this, less income tax paid. We have paid the income tax and we got nil. Net cash generated from operating activities, nil. B, cash flow from investing activities. Purchase of fixed assets 1,40,000 minus 1 lakh equals to 40,000, that is outflow of cash. Negative balance. Sale of investment 40,000 minus 30,000. 30,000 investment we have sold for, 40,000 we have increased. That means we gain 10,000 cash inflow. So in outer column, net cash used in investing activities 30,000, total outflow. C, cash flow from investing activities we have done. Now cash flow from financing activities. I have to change this one. Cash flow from financing activities. Issue of 6% debentures. We have raised fund through the issue of debentures. Before it was 60, now it is 80. So 20,000 we have increased. So cash generated from financing activities, outer column 20,000. A, B, C, all we have to add it. So by doing plus minus, we got 10,000 in negative balance. That is cash and cash equivalent during the year we have generated. Then we have add cash and cash equivalent at the beginning of the year. The 20,000 amounts you will get it in the 20,000 amounts you will get it in the asset side of current assets. Under current assets, cash or cash and cash at bank. Altogether we got the closing balance, that is net and cash equivalent during the year at the beginning of the year. This is at the during the year. This is beginning of the year. And net cash and cash equivalent at the end of the year. At the end of the year, which we got 10,000, and our answer is telling. Alright, now we move to another question or for 6 marks. From the following statement, calculate cash flow from operating activities. Statement of cash profit and loss is been given. Before we have followed particulars amount, debit all expenses, credit all incomes and gains, this kind of. So revenue from operation, basically it's a sales only. So this is quite a typical word which we are using in class 12. Not easy to understand. At once you cannot grab it. But when you will open the book, there you will get the similar kind of sums, and if you will practice, you will get it. I have seen VK Jain, this VK Ori and TR Jain book, quite simple and sophisticated as per your board question papers. They have made a simple and authentic book. I am not publishing and I am not promoting any kind of thing. If you have the old Lakshmi publication also, you can do it from there also. It doesn't matter. But I am just saying my experience that I have seen. That's all. From the following statement, calculate cash flow from operating activities. Here only one activity we have to calculate. But here the disadvantage of this question is we cannot tally whether our answer is telling or not. Alright, statement of profit and loss account has been given for 31st March 2018. Particulars, amount, revenue from operation, outer column 98,000. Other incomes that needs to be added. Profit on sale of machinery 5,000. Dividend received 7,000. Tax, income tax refund 6,000. Altogether 18,000 we have added, and we got total revenue 1,16,000. After that we have some expenses. Expenses under it, employees benefit, depreciation, goodwill return of, rent, loss on sale of building. Altogether 61,000. Outer column we have just deducted it, and we got profit before tax, that is 55,000. And then less provision for tax 25,000. We got profit after tax 30,000. And then proposed dividend we have 10,000, that we have deducted 10,000. We got balance on profit 20,000. Now we have to do calculation of cash flow from operating activities. This is our cash flow from operating activities. Net profit before taxation and extraordinary items. Working note number 1, we got 39,000. How we got it? Let's see. Calculation of net profit before taxation and before extraordinary items. Profit as per period. As per profit and loss statement, we got the balance of 20,000. We have added back 25,000 of provision for taxation. Now our total is 45,000. Then less income tax refund 6,000. We got the before extraordinary items and before taxation 39,000 our profit. Then again we move to our format of cash flow from operating activities. Add items to be added. This is add non-operating incomes. So depreciation will be added. Non-operating incomes will be deducted. Non-operating expenses will be added. Non-operating expenses will be added. Depreciation 20,000. Goodwill return of 8,000. Loss on sale of building 5,000. Proposed dividend 10,000. Altogether 43,000 we have write down in the outer column. Then less items to be deducted 5,000, 7,000. Profit on sale of machinery, dividend received 7,000. Altogether 12,000. Outer column we have to deduct it from this. Then 39,000 plus 43,000 we got 82,000, and out of 82,000 we have deducted 12,000. We got 70,000 cash generated from operating activities. After that less net tax paid 25,000 is the provision minus income tax refund 6,000. We got 19,000, and net cash flow from operating activities is 51,000. This much only for 2019 paper, and 2020 paper I'll make a separate video for it. That's all. Thank you very much.